Welcome to the Broadcast Church Planting Training videos, and this month is Multiplication Month. So we're going to talk about how we multiply leaders. And at Christ Church Manchester, we are always looking to bring through more and more leaders. Quite simply, we want to keep planting churches, we want to serve the poor, we want to love our city, and all of these things require people of influence to make stuff happen. And so we want to bring people through all the time. And we have a pretty simple philosophy of bringing through leaders up here in Manchester. And we say that we have a low bar for leadership and a high bar for leadership. Well, what do we mean by that? Well, for the low bar, we just want everybody to know that it's very easy to lead in Christ Church Manchester. We don't want you to be super mature. We don't want a fully polished character. What do we want? We want the desire, okay? That's all we want people to do is actually, I want to have a go at this. I want to try some things. I want the opportunity to lead. That's what we're looking for. Well, what's the high bar then? Are we contradicting ourselves? Well, actually, we don't want people to stay where they are at the low bar. Actually, we want people to come through. We want them to develop in maturity, in leadership, in their giftings, in their skills, in all of these things. But we believe that people won't grow in a vacuum. People don't grow whilst waiting for an opportunity. People grow whilst they are being exposed, while they're having opportunity. So how do we do this? How do we work this through, this low bar and this high bar? Well, when I first moved to Manchester, Colin Barron, who leads things up here, he said to me, Tim, I'm going to give you enough rope to hang yourself, which is just a horrible thing to say, absolutely outrageous, and scared the life out of me. But I quickly realised what he meant is actually, Tim, we're going to let you have a go at lots of different things. You're going to get to do the things that you want to do. You will get to lead. You will get to pioneer stuff. And at some point, you'll realise that you're not quite as good as you think you are, and you're going to need some help. And at that point, you will come running for help. And it's exactly what I did. And then those times when I grew and when maturity came and skills and leadership and all of those sorts of things. So how do we do things? Well, we give people lots of space, lots of opportunities. All of the church plants that we have up here in Manchester, and we currently have 5 meetings in 4 locations. Actually, I think all of those were started without clear idea of who was going to lead them. Okay, we would talk about them, sometimes very publicly, we'd have them branded, all of these sorts of things, and yet weren't entirely clear who was going to lead them. So we created lots of opportunity for people to come and think, actually, you know what, I could do these things. And we also train lots and train in detail. Actually, we are with each other a lot of the time. We don't just give a lesson and then send people off remotely. Actually, we're with each other in our training. So, for example, we're a church of about 220, 250 people, and we had 35 people on our last preaching training course. And we've probably trained over 60 people to preach across Christ Church Manchester. And numbers of them will get a go at that. And our last course for training people how to run a Sunday meeting, so how to anchor, how to host a meeting, we had 20 people on that. We have, like I said, 5 meetings, and so we have trained about 17 worship leaders and numbers of bands across our sites to be able to lead us in worship. And our site leaders, there's 4 of them, and so we are together often. We meet together often, and it's training on the job a lot of the time. So how do we multiply? Well, we have a low bar and a high bar. So we look for the gold in people, we don't look for the problems with people, and then we create lots of opportunities for them.